All right, sir, is your name Andrew Barshaw?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, it looks like we have everybody connected. Excuse me, we'll go on the record. This is People versus Andrew Barshaw, Crawford County case 22-5126-FH. The record should reflect that Mr. Barshaw is appearing today by video from the Crawford County Jail. We do have Mr. Trush here on his behalf for purposes of arraignment. We have Mr. Haven here on behalf of probation and parole, and Ms. Chady on behalf of the prosecutor's office, all parties appearing by Zoom. Excuse me, Mr. Barshaw, you're before the court today for arraignment on an alleged probation violation. It alleges that count one, that you violated condition number 3 of your probation and that you failed to report to your supervising agent on or about August 2nd of 2023 or any time after that. And a violation of condition 4, that you failed to report a change of address to your supervising agent. You understand why you're before the court today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Mr. Haven, is there an additional violation for his failure to appear at the show cause on September 8th of 2023?
Yes, the warrant was requested and signed for that. I thought that was included with the original information.
That is included in the packet that I received. Okay. All right.
It's just one count that on or about 9/8/23 failed to appear for his probation violation arraignment as ordered.
Okay. So do you understand why you're before the court today, Mr. Barshaw?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Mr. Trush, have you had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Barshaw?
I have, Your Honor. In regards to the allegations, well, I guess they've already been read out loud, so waiving the reading is probably not needed at this point. But we would waive the reading anyway. He would plead not guilty to the charges. We would ask the court to set a contested hearing, and he has been screened for and approved for counsel, and I will be appointed on that matter.
All right, thank you. So the court will enter a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Barshaw with regard to all the alleged violations. And the court will set this for hearing. Mr. Haven or Ms. Chady, any input regarding bond pending that hearing?
Your Honor, I'd like from the people, and then I will defer to Mr. Haven on an amount. I mean, this is we'd be asking you to consider that this is from September of 2023, failure to appear for a probation violation, ask you to consider the multiple violations that you've read. I know it's not completely relevant to this felony case, but Mr. Barshaw also had multiple bench warrants in our district court for failure to appears, failure to pay. I think a high cash bond would be necessary to ensure appearance. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Haven.
So for the reasons Ms. Chady listed, I would agree a higher cash bond would be appropriate given the amount of time that he has absconded. Other pending matters. It is Mr. McFalden's case, but I think he would agree a higher cash bond would be appropriate.
Thank you, Mr. Trush.
Your Honor, I would suggest a low cash bond would be appropriate here. While I do understand he has some other matters in the district court, I do think it's important to understand. I mean, all of those are failure to pay on civil infractions. So I don't want to minimize what it is. I mean, it's not as if he's out committing, heinous crimes. It's frankly a case that I think is largely poverty driven, all of those. So, I mean, again, I would ask the court to take that into account and would suggest that a low cash bond would be appropriate given the circumstances. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Barshaw, I know you were trying to speak. Was there something that you wanted to say?
Like a high cash bond, all of those district court things, for the failure to appear, I haven't lived at that address since I got out of jail last time. Like, I have been damn near homeless for most of the time. Excuse my language. I do apologize for that. But I haven't lived at 1887 Swamp in almost 2 years. And all of that was sent there. I was supposed to move up to the UP and that got scattered. And then it just went from that to fear on what was going to happen at probation.
Okay, all right. Well, you know, I get being afraid, but you know, you need to report to your probation agent, and
I know.
the court does have concerns that, you know, if you're released on a low bond here, that you're just going to disappear again for another year, because you don't want to face whatever's going to happen. And, I mean, you can say no all you want, but the fact is, it's been a year, over a year. You haven't contacted your probation agent. You could have avoided all of this by just doing that. And so I don't have any confidence that if you're released on a low bond here, that you are going to appear for your next hearing. So based on your prior record of not appearing. So the court is going to set bond in the amount of $1,000 cash or surety, along with all the conditions of probation being the conditions of bond. The court will set this for a hearing within the next 14 days as required. If whether or not Mr. Barshaw posts that bond, the court's going to set it for hearing at the court's next available date in Crawford County. And we'll set out notice of the date and time of that hearing to all counsel and to Mr. Barshaw. Mr. Barshaw, do you have a mailing address at this time that the court can change?
I have a place that I know that I can actually get mail at. It's 1729 McGregor Road, Vanderbilt, Michigan.
Okay, Sarah, were you able to get that?
I do, Judge. Does he know the zip code?
I do not. I think it's no, actually I don't. It's not off the top of my head. I thought it was the same as Gaylord, but it isn't. It's Sequel County, I know that.
Okay. I'll find it.
Okay. All right, thank you. That's all for this hearing today, and all parties are free to disconnect at this time.